This week's episode of Raw was another dud. Let's talk about it. This week's show kicked off with the Usos doing their entrance, and they weren't out for too long before being joined by the Vision. This week being led by Logan Paul, and they cut basically your typical bland, boring Vision promo that we've heard every week for the past 8 months. We also had a bit of a continuation on with the Adam Pearce and Paul Heyman stuff that's been going on for a little while and his beef with the Vision. The segment naturally picked up when LA Knight came out with his usual charisma, great promo from him, and it led to a tag team match with LA Knight and the Usos taking on the Vision. And the Usos, by the way, I have no idea what they actually came out to do because they were just chilling for like 10 minutes in the crowd here. The match itself was alright and it saw the Vision pick up the win. A mystery box also was randomly appeared on this show with a date that said do not open until the Chamber, which Adam Pearce is getting sent over to SmackDown, so it'd be interesting to see how this one plays out. Asuka qualified for the Elimination Chamber by beating Natty and Bayley in a triple threat match in what was a decent little match on Raw. Liv Morgan also had a sit down interview with Michael Cole where she was also joined with Dom Mysterio and the world champ Stephanie Vaquer. And then we had Stephanie Vaquer speaking Spanish at her with Dom acting as like a translator essentially. I mean, my god, my guy was locked in. And then in the end it ended with Liv Morgan crying, which I was a little bit confused. Why would you have the heel essentially leave crying by the babyface? I mean, I guess this counts as build towards WrestleMania because right now, outside of what Punk and Reigns did, it does not feel like WrestleMania is approaching. As per usual, the best segment on the show involved CM Punk, and he had a great back and forth segment with Finn Balor. I liked what they did here, teasing the fact that all of Finn's best success came from being a solo act, and for me it planted the seeds for what should be the Intercontinental title match at Mania between Dom and Finn, and we should get the Demon back then. Penta went one-on-one with El Grande Americano in a #1 contenders match for the IC title, and it saw Penta pick up the win here thanks to an assist from the original El Grande Americano. I'm gonna be honest, not really a big fan of what's happened here. We've seen Penta versus Dom, it feels like a million times, and this El Grande Americano stuff, it's just not for me. That's the simplest way to put it. I didn't think it was possible, but AJ Lee and Becky Lynch delivered a worse promo compared to what they did last week in what was again another all-time stinker promo. It was announced on next week's show that they're going to be doing a tribute to AJ Styles, the phenomenal one himself, which for me is well deserved. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do here. I'm imagining it's going to be a Hall of Fame induction, but maybe there's a little bit of delusion that makes me think he may wrestle again, who knows. And in the main event we saw a triple threat match between Gunther, Javon Evans and Dom Mysterio. In what was a pretty solid main event, had some pretty fun action. We had Dragon Lee involved to come out and cost Gunther. We had no Judgment Day based on what happened earlier in the night, and it saw Javon Evans rise to the top to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, which I think is the right decision. If you're not going to have Gunther win this match and capitalize on who he's retired, then Javon Evans should be that guy, because him in the chamber just sounds like a lot of fun. Overall, I didn't think this was a great episode, and right now it does not feel like we're on the road to WrestleMania, for me at least. What do you guys think? What was your favourite match of the night? Let me know in the comments down below.